beat them.
I guess the rest is history.
Okay. They had some good guys. They had this Farayi Chidzungu guy.
Yes.
Farayi Chidzungu and some they used to say he's a Nigerian guy. His name was Sean. Yeah.
Okay.
They were quite a good team, but we humbled them at the Hartzell courts.
Okay. All right. So during your playing career, your high school career, who would you say was your biggest nemesis, your biggest challenge in your high school career, individually? Who was your toughest competition, school, provincial, whatever? Who was your biggest nemesis in high school?
My biggest challenge was Mnyaradzi at Hartzell because I knew what he's gonna do. I mean, we were so telepathic with the Mnyaradzi, so when we played against each other, the game was impossible to play anyway.
Okay.
But then, you said it already about the Godfrey King. I mean, the vendetta was like more than basketball. Then at school's provincial level, I like to play against Victor Matthews.
Oh,
they used to call him Dala.
Yeah, so, he was good.
Yeah, I used to like to play against him because he was like a big name. So when I play against him and beat him, it sends some message.
Right. Yeah, on that note, what was it like coming from particularly Manicaland and Mutare, without much fanfare, and then going into Harare, playing these big schools and proving, to yourself and to everybody that you belong, knowing how, Harare administratively has dominated, Zimbabwe basketball. Well, it must have felt, extra sweet to go in there and prove that, these little old Samanyikas were just as good, if not better, than the best competition in Harare.
I mean, the good thing was we did not know them.
Okay.
You see, everybody knew that Victor Matthews was good. Everybody knew that Joe Mandija was very good. Clarence Mushonga.
Right.
I mean, they were like well known, but we did not know them.
Okay.
So to us, going to play them was like going to play. Just some school kids.
Okay. So you were not in awe, you were not intimidated by them.
Yes.
It was just the next man up.
I mean, we had nothing to prove. We were just enjoying the game. Yeah.
But did they earn your respect, though?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. In fact, when they would come down to Mutare or to come for the interpros, actually the coach, Mr. Chaza, they actually knew who was bad on our teams, and they actually respected, like myself, they respected a lot. They respected this Mnyaradzi a lot, and Solomon Chanakira at provincial level, because even after Boys High, they were very happy to get him to Prince Edward School.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your high school career at Hartzell, do you have any moment that you define as an iconic moment? A particular play, a particular event on the court, a particular game? Do you have any moment in all your plays you were involved in, any particular iconic moment that you say this was your stamp on your Hartzell legacy?
And needless to say, the 1992 game, like I told you how we started the game. We were running the play for the 3-pointers and we're dropping them in, and they called a timeout. So the defense started stretching out. Then I remember this incident when I was dribbling the ball and Gerald came to set a pick on me.
Okay.
Then I shook this Godfrey King off. And I was driving down the lane, you know, because they knew me well with the magic passes. So
okay.
So I fake one way. Solomon Chanagira dives that way. I fake the other way, and James Nanjitu falls the other side. Then I laid it in, and man, you know, the crowd went mad.
Yeah, yeah. Talk about the Hartzell crowd.
I remember after the game, like my dream girl during that time.
Right.
I mean, she came. She walked up to me to say, "Hey, I always heard that you are very good. I had never seen you play. You are quite good." So 1992.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So talk about the Hartzell crowd, because you know, a lot has been said that Hartzell basketball, their supporters were probably the most intelligent basketball supporters at the high school level. How did it feel like playing in front of you know, that crowd that sat on those wooden props and benches and filled up the whole court? You know, what kind of love do you have to show for the crowd support you received back in 93, 92?
Hi man, the crowd was terrific. You know, if you may remember very well, this Mutare Boys High, they used to come with this siren.
The siren,
and,
yes.
You know, and especially during that game, you know, the crowd was so massive and so, you know, loud, and that siren was actually silence out, and I mean, and Mr. Doof also mentioned in his interview that our crowd was so like basketball intelligent.
Yes.
You know, they knew the good moves, you know, and you know, there we were during that game, and we were playing this great moves, and we were, you know, the crowd was mad, and it was such a good experience.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you had mentioned earlier that, you know, the other crowd just loved the dunks, but, you know, the Hartzell crowd, they really appreciated the court vision, the good passes, the nice assists, the alley hoop, you know. Yeah, that was really a difference between that crowd. Okay, next, so